How do you make big decisions? My husband and I had a few pretty big decisions to make pretty early on in our marriage, and actually our biggest one happened like several days after we got married. So some background, we met when I was living in Germany. We had always planned on getting married and staying in Germany. Then after one trip to the US, we both went back home and we just felt this overwhelming feeling like we needed to be back in the US with my family. We both tried to ignore that as much as possible, but we got to a point where it was just so overwhelming we had to start praying about it. So we prayed and we prayed and we asked for clarity, we asked for wisdom, we asked for really clear directions. And then one day I was just scrolling on LinkedIn and saw my dream job posted. I applied super flippantly, really not even thinking anything of it, just did it for the fun. I ended up getting invited into the interview process and got offered the job literally the day we came back from our honeymoon. So everything moved very, very quickly. And so we pretty quickly turned around and started praying for the Lord to just give us wisdom and direction about whether or not I should accept this job in the US. God gave us some pretty clear guidance that the answer was yes. So I accepted this job and we got back from our honeymoon and started packing up boxes to move from Germany to the US. I don't know how we did all that except for the grace of God and his peace in our lives. That decision was huge, right? And it feels pretty crazy, but we were so confident in the decision that we made because God gave us so much peace. In the book of Luke, Jesus is choosing his 12 disciples, which is arguably probably a bigger decision than whether or not you should move. But Jesus does the same thing and he takes his questions and his concerns to God in prayer. Luke 6:12-13 says, "One day, soon afterward, Jesus went up on a mountain to pray. He prayed to God all night. At daybreak, he called together all of his disciples and chose 12 of them to be the apostles." I don't know if I've prayed all night. Actually, I can tell you for sure I have not prayed all night. But man, I love that Jesus sets up this principle that before you make a big decision, you need to take it to God. Man, when we're trying to figure out what the next right thing is for us, how easy is it for us to go to our spouse or our best friend or to Google and look up what the right answer is so that we know how to make our decisions? But rather than trusting your gut or your emotions, which I'm very, very guilty of, I challenge you today to take your big decisions to God. Ask him for wisdom, ask him for guidance, ask him for clarity, and let him guide your next step.